Alright guys, so in today's video we are going to be doing a what's in my makeup kit. So this is my big old makeup kit that I have right here. I mean, it's not that big, but it's pretty big to what I was using before. I will insert a photo of what I used to use before, and I think I got that one off Amazon. So I decided to do this video because I do have a makeup page, and some people on there were asking like, what do I have in my kit, like what foundations, what's a good palette to use and stuff like that. And also I got a request in one of my last videos, and I was like, you know what, maybe it is time to do it. I've always thought of doing this type of video because I've always looked at these type of videos online on YouTube, and I was like, you know what, ew, my little hair is bugging me. I was always kind of scared at first because I see so many of these videos and people are getting dragged in the comments. Like, it gets pretty crazy in there. So if you guys don't know, I am a makeup artist. I do have my makeup page, and I'll insert it right here. And I've been working probably for a good almost year, just really dedicating to freelancing. I've freelanced here and there throughout the years. I've been doing makeup for probably about 6 years now. I started working at counters and Sephora and different little experience that I have from there for a couple of years. So I started mainly focusing on doing freelancing for almost about a year now. I want to add a lot more to my kit. I'm not 100% satisfied with it. I'm going to stop rambling and we're just going to get right into the video. Alright, so obviously I'm down on my floor because this would not fit normally where I do my makeup setting. I did not want to put it up there, so I put you guys down here, and hopefully that's a good angle. This is pretty much it. It's not too big. Obviously it is from NYX Cosmetics. I did get it from there, and I'll have a link to where you can get it if you're interested. The reason why I got this, and you'll see later on too in the video, the reason why I got this is because it does detach. So I personally want to be able to put this above, like, not constantly reaching on the floor, but also putting it on the table where majority of my clients are going to be at, which I always ask them to have like a clean table surface for me. I don't bring a table. I do bring a chair, a ring light, and then obviously my makeup bag, and that is pretty much it. But I do ask them if they can just provide like a little space area that I could put makeup on, because I do like to detach it and then put it on the table, if that makes sense. So NYX does have a couple of different options too. They don't just have this one, they had a couple of them. I believe it's like 4 or 5 to choose from. I personally grabbed this one because of that reason, is because you can detach it. I personally don't like the metal material one. This is more like cloth material. I don't know what material it is, but I'll show you guys the difference, what I mean by that. So I kind of like this one a lot better. So what I have right away, there's like this little mesh area where you can kind of put things in. I just put my business cards on there, nothing too fancy. So I set up the camera better. This is the first like layer that I have it as. Right here, I just put all my glitters here. Honestly, not everybody asks me to do glitter. Like, I don't normally have to use this too often. Some of the glitters are from LA Splash. Some are from my friend's makeup brand when she used to have one. Some glitter primers. Nothing too fancy. I got this acrylic case from Michaels, so you guys can always get that too. It does have different dividers if you want to move it around. I can just section it here. Again, not too much request for glitters. The only time I pretty much do glitters is normally when it's mainly like quinceañeras. And then I have these, which is just for sanitary purposes. Mascara wands, lip wands, just so that way I can use them and then toss them out. I just put them in here because I thought it was cute. Nothing too crazy. These are the palettes that I pretty much use. Okay, so the reason why I use these ones is because, as you can see, I've hit pan on them. I really want to focus on really using up the entire palette, throwing it away, and then using the next palette. So that's what you kind of see going on there. I'm trying so hard just to finish these two up before I'm starting to do different palettes. So every time I do somebody's makeup, obviously it's different for everybody. Everybody wants something different, a different look, if that makes sense. But these are just generic ones that I have just in case. This one's really cute. These are blushes, I believe. I haven't used this one actually because I've been trying to use these one as much as I can. Of course, if they want color, I always love to bring this one. This one's actually the Morphe 35B, and I'm obsessed with this one. I love this one so much. So if somebody wants like color, like I had someone that wanted a blue eyeshadow for their quinceañera, and so I did a blue one. But it's not too requested when I do colors, but sometimes, I'm telling you, it's mainly like quinceañeras that want more of the glam. A lot of people just like simple colors. That is pretty much done for the first section. You can detach it, so I'll have this little buckle. Take it off first. And it just comes off like that. Normally I'll just put this either on the floor. I'll take this attachment off. I'll show you in a bit, but I'll take this one off and I put this part on the table. Next I have this. I don't know if you guys can see how pretty it looks. I try to keep it as organized as possible. Sometimes it's hard because in between clients you're really on a time limit, so you're just trying to hurry the hell up and get up out of there. So the first thing, obviously, you can see are foundations and then powders. What I have, I mainly just have this up area for aesthetics purposes only. Well, not only, obviously I'm gonna use foundation, but I like to have the first layer really pretty because that is what the clients do first see. When you open it up, it kind of gets a little bit messier because it's a little bit more hectic. So don't judge me, we'll go by section quickly. So a lot of questions I get is, what foundation do I use? This is where it kind of gets tricky because some people think that you have to have the most expensive high-end makeup, but in reality I personally never use, like if I were to show you my personal everyday makeup routine, I use a lot of drugstore makeup. So to me, I feel like as long as you know how to do it and for it to stay on all day. I have my clients write Yelp reviews and reviews on Facebook and stuff like that, so they pretty much have told me like their makeup has stayed on all day and this is what I use on them. So that, I personally don't believe that you have to have the highest high-end foundation. Now if somebody wants to bring in their own Estee Lauder, I'm more than welcome, obviously going to use theirs if they really want me to, but for the most part ColourPop is really good. I really like to have everything kind of go smoothly and look pretty all in one together, so that's why it's all set up really pretty right here. And guys, don't feel like you have to spend so much money on high-end brands, because all of these, guys, I personally have bought for myself and then I never really ended up using them. Because makeup does expire, I decided to put it in my makeup kit so that way I can make sure that I do use these ones. And like I said, some people are really into high-end, so I will feel like when they see like MAC and stuff, they'll be like, oh, I'm getting my money's worth type of thing. I personally, like I said, I personally use Maybelline for myself. That is my personal go-to. I personally love that one. But to each their own. I kind of like to have a mixture of both, so I will use that. So we're just gonna hurry up and get into this one because I feel like I've been talking about that for so long. The second section is more for foundation. See, I have one Huda Beauty foundation in there, some LA Girl, just in case like I need a really light shade. I'll mix it in with a darker shade. I have extras, concealers, but what I've really been loving is this one by NYX. It is a pro foundation palette, so you get all the different colors just in case. I have a client that is a little bit darker or a little bit lighter and I don't have the exact foundation. I can just mix one of these with it and pretty much get their shade. So that's normally what I do anyways. A second section to here is going to be more like crazy. I don't know, it's not too clean, but it's organized. It's an organized mess. Like, I understand where everything's at. I have my palette right here, my makeup palette, where I put all the products on. I personally don't put things on the back of my hand because that's just disgusting. But to each their own. I have chapstick, stuff like that. I'm not gonna go into deep detail of every little thing that I have, but this is kind of what she looks like. Like I said, I know it looks like a mess, but there's a method to my madness, I guess you can say. I know where everything's pretty much at. This section right here pretty much gets ignored unless I need like makeup wipes, some moisturizer, I forgot what that was called, a setting spray. But these palettes are all palettes that I will be using once I run out of these ones. So does that make sense? I personally like to try to hurry up, and not hurry up, but try to use all of my makeup that I have. So once I'm done with this blush, I will then move on to just starting to use this palette. Of course, if they request it is based off their skin tone. This will work with everybody's skin tone, for the majority that I have been using. Coral pretty much looks great on everyone. Trying to get rid of this one, and then I can use this one. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And then I have the Morphe. You know, I didn't really love this one, but I don't want to throw it away. I want to make sure that I get my money's worth out of this one. So this one's like a bronzer. It has highlight in it. I didn't really love it, but she's in there just in case. Highlight, oh my gosh. So again, this one is so pretty. This one's by Pixi, and that's just kind of for the future. If maybe like one of these highlighters that I have up here doesn't fit their skin tone, then that's when I will go in with one of these palettes. But for the most part, I try to use these powders as much as possible. And then right here, I kind of just added this. I didn't start doing this. Oh, I didn't start doing this, but I just started doing this. These are like kind of my go-to nudes. Majority of clients that I use, majority of clients that I do want a nude lip. So these are like my favorite lippies that I have in here. Dose of Colors, some Pixi, some Wet n Wild, some Morphe. And yeah, these are like my go-to nudes when somebody wants a nude. So I kind of keep them right here, and I'll show you the rest of my, I'll show you guys the rest of my lips later on. These ones right here are just extra eyeshadow palettes if I ever need them. So this is the part where I was telling you, this is where I'll detach it, and I put this portion, oh shoot, I'll put this portion on top of the table. So the last part, oh my gosh, I am so tired. A little messy, but I've tried to keep it as organized as possible. This naturally already came with this Velcro baggies, which is really cute. I'll get into detail with that right now, but I am so out of breath. But this is normally what I use right away. These are mainly like my eyes ones. I kind of have to clean the fabric, but these are eyeshadow brushes, and then lip pencils. These are from the Italian Deluxe. I personally love these ones. These are my personal favorite. I've gotten these at the swap meet. Literally like probably $2 each, but they work so good. I've tried them all, and those are my personal favorites. And then I want to get a black one because I feel like it just doesn't meet my aesthetic. So I want to buy a black one, but this is just like a mesh. I really don't remember where I got this one, but I'm sure on Amazon you can find them. These, I just washed my beauty blenders, but since they need air so they don't smell, I like to put them in this mesh little baggie. So there's that. This is the next little item, and I know I have to clean it. Please don't judge me. I will clean the outside surface. Everything inside is clean though. I always clean my brushes after every client. I'll go home and like deep clean them, but this is pretty much it. I'm not gonna open it. It's just face brushes, eyeshadow brushes, and stuff like that. This is my mini ring light. I do bring a bigger ring light too, and I got these both off Amazon. This is my madness. All my lips, liquid lips, lip glosses, everything in there. These are mainly all liquid lipsticks because that's what I personally love to use, and I feel like they stay on for the most part all day. More brushes just in case I have literally more than 3 clients. That's when I'll have to go into this one. Oops. A lash book. One of my friends used to have her her lash company, but she doesn't have that no more. And then this, just more madness to it. Extra lip wands, lipsticks in there. I have actual like the old school lipsticks because some people still love that. More older people love that. And right here is just lashes. I always get like the double wispies or the wispy lashes because like everybody likes them really natural. Now these lashes are a lot more dramatic. Let's see. These lashes are a lot more dramatic. I really don't use these too often, but just in case somebody really likes them super dramatic, I have you just in case. And yeah. It also has the handle to it, so you can kind of just swirl it around, and it is not difficult. You just push it up and down. So I'm going to show you how I put it back together. So this is the bottom, this is the base of it. Put it when I'm done with this. It's really hard when you're at a client's house to be neat too. Oh wait, other way. My bad. One more thing that I don't think I showed, which because I'm washing them right now, I take little towels. So let me show you. This one's dirty because this one's my personal one, but I normally have probably like 2 or 3 towels. I personally don't like to use too much paper towels because then I feel like that's a waste. So I always go in with towels and I make sure that they are nice and clean before I take them. So normally for myself, because I like to do crazy colors, this is how my towel will look, but I normally just set up the towel there, and then I am so tired, I do not know why. I will set up the towel there, and then if I ever just need to like swirl my brushes or anything like that, I will do that on here, just so that way I'm not wasting so much paper towel anyways. Another thing too, and I need to add in too, is brown paper bags. So the reason why I'll put brown paper bags in here is because that is when I will put all the trash. So normally when I clean people's faces, I'll clean them with a toner and a cotton round. So I'm not gonna leave it on my table. I try so hard to be as clean as possible, but sometimes it's just impossible, and especially when you have like three to four clients back to back. It's really hard to stay clean. So that's why I also put in a paper bag, like a brown paper bag, you know, where you put your lunch in. Like one of those, and then I'll have tape, and I'll just tape it to the side of my chair. I currently don't have my chair. I will show you guys that. I did get the chair off Amazon if you guys want to see it, or if you guys want a review on it too, but I did get it off Amazon and I love it. I currently don't have it. It's at this salon I've been working at too. I've been working there for probably like a month or 2. I've had people that ask me every once in a while like if they can come to me if I have a location, and before I would have to say no, I only do traveling, and then have to charge them traveling fees. So in this case, the reason why I wanted to work at a salon is because it'll be a little bit more affordable for them if they came to me, and so that way I'm not driving everywhere. Before I would have to drive, or I had to drive to 3 different girls' houses, and it was like 3 girls each or 2 girls each house, and it was pretty hard. That day I would have liked to have had a salon. It might be a different video in the future if you guys are interested on like the pros and cons of having your own salon and like rental booth and stuff like that. But yeah, aside from that, so the pros and cons to this one is that I get to store so much. Before, I couldn't really store too much. I had to make sure like I knew what I was doing. I knew what products they needed. I knew what skin tone they needed. Like, I would only bring the essential things that I feel like I would have to take, but now I take everything, so that way I'm not stressing the day before and having to be like, oh my god, I didn't bring this or I didn't bring that. A lot of people are like, why don't you get a Zuka, I think that's what it's called. I And when I saw it, I personally didn't like it. It didn't catch my attention. I don't know, maybe if I just saw one and I didn't care for it, but I really wanted something that detached. That was my main focus, on finding something that detaches, so that way I could leave the bottom base on the floor and not have to constantly be bending down, because I would get like a lot of back problems. That's also a reason why I got a chair, because my back would hurt a lot. And so this just detaches. I could put it on the table. A con is that it is freaking heavy. I am not freaking strong. Like, this is so heavy, so having to put it in my car, having to take it down, having to like go upstairs with it. Oh my god, if y'all live upstairs, do not call me to do your makeup. You're gonna have to come to me, because this is so heavy. I don't know, maybe that's just like a personal problem. It's pretty much it. It's pretty easy to clean. I personally love it. Again, I got it at NYX. I think retail price for it is about $200, which isn't bad. I think that's normally like how much they go for. Let me say this too, it does have like a little zipper down here. This, I just put an extension cord in here, but it's not even like that long, so I should probably buy a better extension cord. 2 more zippers on the side. They're empty. There's nothing in there. I know I didn't go over every detail of every single thing. If you guys want more in depth of what to have, what you need for sure, I will gladly make a separate video for you guys. I eventually want to have more foundation, so I know Estee Lauder is a really good foundation, and I kind of want to buy like 2 or 3 bottles of those. Keep in mind, those are pretty pricey. It's probably like $45 each. I really don't know the price points. I personally am not a high-end girl. Does that make sense? Like, I love to buy, I only buy from Ulta. Like, I have my Sephora. Like, even when I used to work at Sephora, I never would buy there. Even with our discount, it wasn't even that great of a discount, but still, I still wouldn't buy from Sephora. Not that because I couldn't afford it, but just because like you can achieve the same look with more affordable products. Does that make sense? So don't get me wrong, everybody likes sometimes like the Huda Beauty palettes and stuff like that. Like, sometimes ball out on those, but for the most part, everything that I personally have is drugstore. So I don't personally feel the need to have everything in my kit drugstore. I think I pretty much included everything in this video, but if I forgot to mention anything, please let me know. And if there is a specific video that you guys would like to see, maybe like how to first start out, how I first started out, contracts, how to be sanitary. I don't think I showed too much in here. Sanitary products that I have in here, like alcohol, like what type of percentage of alcohol you should be using and all that stuff, because that would be like a, oh my god, this video would be so freaking long if I had done that. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys would like to see next. If you guys would like to see more things regarding freelancing, or if you guys would just like to see makeup looks, whatever it is. And yeah guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on my makeup page. I will leave it right here. And that is pretty much it guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.